What's going on, folks? It is I, Nice Short Gamer, and I'm doing another vlog because Office is still not done yet. It's since my last update, it has been a month, and a pretty shitty one and weird one at that. So, first off, I'm just gonna pan the camera over. This is still the basement. You can see there's water everywhere, and man, isn't that lovely? So, I know what the leak is, where the leak is, and we were supposed. So I'm recording this 7th of October. So we were supposed to have. Sorry, my hair keeps falling on my ass. We were supposed to have the foundation guys here today to do shit. And I found out last night that they're not going to be here because reasons. Basically, from what I was told, they're running 2 days behind on something else, and the guy's mom is having surgery or something. Which I get it. Family's important, but also, you know, would like to have a room. So yeah, not my favorite thing. So yeah, I'm apparently it's not going to be for like another week before they actually get shit done. And the annoying thing is that like they've literally told me it's not going to be that long of a job. Like it's apparently like a 2 day job, but it's not like he's literally told me that it's not really worth his time to do the job. So him kind of canceling is just one of those things. Like the foundation guy canceling is just kind of like it's probably because he's not making anything, and the other jobs are probably paying more, kind of thing. So it's annoying. That's just my tinfoil hat. It's frustrating, but what can I do, right? Like, um, so hopefully next week the foundation gets fixed, and then my original plan was like foundation gets done like today or tomorrow, and then we wait like a few days to a week to make sure there's no other leaks, and at the end of that week, maybe another week, depending on time, I guess. We get the contractors here. They put the floor in, and then by the end of October, I have a floor. I don't think that's going to be the case this month. I'm pretty sure this is going to go now until the beginning of November, because of course it is. Um, so it's going to be a bit, and as you can probably tell by my tone, I am not thrilled because this is where I do my shit a lot of the time. So I'm just kind of here waiting. Um, so yeah. On the bright side, the foundation guy did recommend that the landlord get a dehumidifier down here. So we have one now, and that's helping quite a bit. Like, I can breathe. Usually it's so humid down here that, like, breathing's not an option. Like, it is, like, you guys, like, if you see me, like, stream, I'm choking a lot. So, that's nice at least. Obviously, I can't really work down here at all, and like, I can't even hook up my computer because like that corner there is where my computer used to be, and like that's the power box or like the router there. So like I can't exactly set up my computer and just do quick streams and stuff like that because I don't know when it's gonna rain, and I don't want stuff getting damaged and cords being in water and that sort of stuff. Like, pretty annoying. Also, so I want to say 2 weeks ago now, I go down to the basement, well, down here. I was doing laundry, and I was gonna go fishing, and I was checking to see if I had a rope to tie onto the bucket so I can throw the bucket into the water, fill it with water in case I catch something, because I'm by a canal and I can't reach my arm like 20 feet. So that seemed like a pretty solid plan. Came down, and that morning I noticed that the light bulb. So like when I came down that day, I noticed that like the light had um, water in it, and I was like, "That's concerning." So I told the landlord, and the landlords, like the foundation guys, were coming that day. So he's like, "Oh, they'll look. I don't know what they'll do. They're not plumbers, but whatever." Um, so naturally, like right away, I checked the kitchen pipes. They seem fine, and I'm like, because like I had a leak in my old apartment, so I was like, "Oh, if it's that same leak, it would have the same signs. It seemed fine." And then later that night, um, I go to do dishes, and I'm running dishes for about, doing them for like 20 minutes. And maybe in the future I'll post a video of like what happened. But the entire basement flooded. So I'm gonna take you guys for a little tour of my basement here. So yeah, this is the basement. And this is where it leaked. You guys can't really see that. Let me like flick on a light here. There we go. So yeah, this is where it leaked. This apparently was the issue. It was not glued. So whoever did it glued this half, but not this half. So this pipe here was literally being held by good thoughts and wishes. And it decided that, fuck you, I'm breaking. So water poured everywhere. You can see there's still water in this light. I can't even turn this on because obviously I don't want to die. Yeah, the entire ground here was completely soaked. And as you guys can see, all my shit from the office is in here. I can't move it or barely do anything. But yeah, all this was flooded. Like, probably up to, not quite my ankles, but like, pretty damn close. And like, you can even see like, mold starting to happen here. Like, this is also going to be replaced once the foundation is done. This is all being ripped out and replaced. But now the foundation's not being done for another week, and all sorts of like, and that's if it even gets done. So yeah, not stoked, not thrilled. Like, just really stupid. Like I knew there was a leak even before they ripped up the foundation, because no way there was that much water and no leak. But the fact that it's taking so fucking long to get shit done, like, what the hell? Like, man, I just want a floor. I just want an office. Like, I have plans. Like, originally for October, I had like fun streams planned. I was gonna revisit I'm blanking on it. The horror card game thing. Man, blanking on that. Yeah, I was gonna do that. I was gonna visit the forest. Even maybe consider buying like Son of the Forest. Get some like kind of spooky stuff. I don't really play horror games, but like survival games are pretty much up my alley, and play something a little creepier. So I was gonna do like Forest, maybe Son of the Forest if I was able to buy it. I almost had the name of the game and I blanked. It wasn't gonna be like October thing, but the full version Abiotic Factor's out, and you guys know how much I love that. So I was like, ooh, maybe I'll revisit that during a stream, and maybe try and get some people involved. That'd be fun. But kind of plans are on hold, I guess. Maybe November. But yeah, like even if stuff was done this October, like let's say, they come like Friday. Maybe let's say best case scenario, foundation guys like, yeah, we can make it Friday or Thursday, like this week, and we'll get it done, and they're done the entire job by like Friday or Saturday, and then like everything's actually good, and then the contractors can come in, and it takes like a week and a half or so, let's say, to get everything done. Even if that's the case, I probably still wouldn't be streaming in October, just because I would have to set up stuff, and as you guys saw, all my crap's out there. So having to like bring it all in, get it set up. I'm also physically disabled, so doing so on my own will take some time. And also with the flood that was out there, I have to replace a lot of my shelves. Fortunately, that's all I need to replace. Like, that's a relief, because as I said, the water was probably about like that deep, so like an inch and a half, 2 inch. Like, it was probably up. Like, if we're looking at it was probably up to about here. So, like, it was deep. Like, mine pretty much soaked while dealing with the flood. So, like, a lot of the shelves that had stuff on, they're made of that cheap, shredded sawdust crap. So, basically, it soaked up all the water, and most of them are basically waterlogged. And the one shelf I have my manga on, I have to like turn it occasionally to grab stuff behind it, and I don't know how it's staying up, but it is. So I have to like replace that, which gonna add a bit more time to my setting up of the office, which is also why I really want shit done, because I need to do shopping stuff and get shit set up, and it's the whole thing. I'm annoyed. But yeah, so it's going to be just, even as it is, it's going to be like a week of setup and finding time for like someone to like help me go to places, find shelving. But like, I can at least say that so far from what I've seen, nothing of like major value got damaged. Like, I don't mind having to replace some shelves. My computer desk got completely waterlogged, so that's going to have to be replaced. But, like, my computer is fine. It's there, perfectly safe. Once it's here, I'll be moving it out of the room, of course. But, like, having to replace shelves sucks. It's going to probably cost, like, $200-300 to get all the shelving I need. Like, bookshelves, desk, even if I just go to Walmart and get, like, the cheap ones, again, like, it's going to be, like, $60-80 each, So, it's going to be a pretty, pricey, but I had stuff down here that are, valuable. Like, I have my game collection. Like, I have some games that are worth some money. Like, I have, like, Dragon Quest VIII for the PS2, and I think that one... Last time I checked, it was like $800 on eBay or something like that. It's probably less now, or it could be more. But that's like last time I checked, it was like going for that much. And I was like, that I can't. I don't have the money to replace. I couldn't justify buying an $800 game, So, and stuff like that seem to be safe. So, my dad caught this salmon, I think back in like the 80s, 87. So, like, the salmon here, my dad's had since like before I was born. And that had water dripping on top of it. But you guys may have seen, like, I had like Pokemon posters, like the Pokemon maps in the background of like probably my older videos at my old place. Those are like pretty good quality, like they're like laminated or something like that. So even though they had water dripping on them, they didn't get damaged, and they actually protected my dad's salmon. So little stuff like that where like it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Like, I could have had to throw out my dad's salmon, for example, which would have sucked. None of my folks' stuff got damaged. I had a big box of like Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards. Like, my dad bought me like, honestly, probably like 4,000 cards, like Pokemon cards. I haven't even gone through yet. It's been on my to-do list, but with my office how it was hard to do it. And then with my folks dying, having to sort through their stuff, like, I didn't really have the time to like sort through like 4,000 cards kind of thing. Like, basically those like square like deck, like not deck, like the like the rectangular boxes that you buy like packs in. I think you get like 10 or 20 packs. I think my dad got me about 12 plus of those, like full. Um, so like yeah, a lot of that stuff, that stuff wasn't damaged. A lot of the cars I had growing up weren't damaged. Um, like I had the forethought of like if the basement flooded, not what I would thought was going to happen, but sometimes we have a basin that the water runs into from our washing machine, and sometimes that gets too much water and it goes up back through the pipe and floods. So I was like, just in case, I'll put like the stuff I have on totes, like the totes on the bottom, the stuff on top of the totes. Um, of course, I couldn't do like the bookshelves on those because they're heavier and they're awkward and that sort of stuff. But so I had at least the foresight to protect a lot of that stuff. So that stuff's all good. Like, so the fact that I only have to spend a couple hundred to replace some a desk and some bookshelves is vastly better than what it could have been. It could have been family stuff destroyed, thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards, cards destroyed, not just Pokemon. My main decks and that stuff destroyed. That stuff could have been damaged. Plushies and stuff that I've had since I was a kid. That stuff could have got destroyed. Fortunately, I had those in like recycle bags, so any water that did drip on them didn't damage them. A few plushies I had just out and about, they didn't get too wet. They're easily like salvaged. Like all my art supplies seemed to be good. They were in like those those plastic drawer things. Like they seemed pretty protected. They were safe. Like, so it could have been a hell of a lot worse. So it's one of those things where it sucked at the time. I was like, I didn't like cry at the time, but I was like so exhausted from just like all the shit that's happened in the past few years. My cat dying not long ago, and then, oh great, my stuff just got destroyed in a flood and all that kind of stuff. Like it hit me pretty bad, but fortunately, things were good. But yeah, that's just kind of a not really quickish update, but it's been one of those things where a lot has been happening. So yeah, like I'm hoping things will be done soon. Like I'm over the past few years of losing both my folks and that sort of stuff. I feel like I've been forced into a more optimistic mindset because I think if I didn't, I would be very defeatist about stuff. So fortunately, or not fortunately, so like I don't know, maybe fortunately, like I'm trying to be a bit more like I actively am more positive in my outlook of stuff for some reason. It wasn't like a choice on my end. I just noticed like, oh, I'm surprisingly positive about this stuff. Why? Oh, it's probably because of this. So like hopefully stuff is done. Like as I've been told, this isn't a long job. It should be done fairly quickly. Like once it gets started. Like unless surprise surprise, there's more than one leak source, but from what I've seen, that shouldn't be the case, and like, yeah, it's just a lot. But for plans for the channel, I'm thinking since October is basically a bust. Like, as I said, even if somehow a miracle happened, like the fairies from like Stardew Valley appear, they do like a little sprinkle and everything's done like the next morning kind of thing. Even in that crazy world where that happens, I probably won't be able to actually be streaming or recording or anything like that in October anyway, just because of how much work I need to do now to get stuff set up. And honestly, probably the first week or so of November, since stuff will probably be done a little later in October, like I probably won't be able to do stuff until like mid-November. Anyways, I'll try to do stuff sooner, but it's one of those things where I need to like take care of my stuff first. I need take care of myself first, make sure I get everything set up properly. Like Worst case, if I can't find a desk, I do have like a folding card table that I can use as like a makeshift desk. But like, it's just one of those things where like, I want to make sure things are set up right. I want to make sure I'm not rushing anything. I want to make sure things are good before I do the thumbs up. But I'm thinking, since October's a bust, I'm thinking I'll do spookier stuff in December. I don't really care about Christmas. I don't really play like Christmas themed stuff. So I figured in December, maybe we'll do the forest. Maybe we'll play Son of the Forest. We'll play the card game that I'm blanking on. Damn, that's pissing me off because I love that game so much. I'll visit like Cult of the Lamb and look into a few other things, and then maybe November we'll visit some stuff. Maybe I'll visit Abiotic Factor again, try and beat that. We can try and what else could be good? I could continue playing like through the Pokemon games again. I'm also thinking for like the actual YouTube channel itself. There's some games that I want to play, like longer games, that will take a while and are kind of like RPG based. So I'm thinking of doing like RPG Fridays or Mondays or something like that, where every week I upload a play like maybe like a couple hours worth of like a game I'm trying to play through. So like I wouldn't mind playing through all of Dragon Quest VIII, for example. I haven't played through that in a very long time, so that could be one of those games where I'm like, yeah, this could be fun to upload once a week, or like periodically kind of thing. Where like I don't think people would be super into watching that game like every day or every other day, but I think once a week would be good, or something along those lines. And I also wouldn't mind doing another Ocarina of Time randomizer, because I had a lot of fun with the first one I did. And I'm thinking for the next one, making it a little harder. And they have a Triforce hunt thing. So I'm thinking about doing that one as well. Doing that with the randomizer and probably streaming it, but we'll see. But yeah, so I have some vague plans, and once I have stuff, I can start working on like videos, like actual reviews and stuff. But yeah, for now, that's kind of it. Mostly me just rambling, but yeah, it's just been crazy month. If you do want to see something of mine though, like I do post art on Instagram. All of October I do Inktober. There's a creator named Megan Zor. She does a Inktober type of thing, so I draw her stuff every day. And I did another artist. I can't remember what their name is. But they did this thing called Pinuptober, which I'm not gonna do like anything too like sexual or anything like that. But I've been trying to get better at drawing people, so I was like, ooh, that might be a fun thing to do. So I'm also drawing those. I haven't posted those yet. I should be done them today. I had a bit of a rough start at the start of October, reasonably so. So I'm running behind on those. Like they're drawn, most of them are inked, but they're not like colored yet. And I'm gonna be using like marker to color them. So those should be done and caught up today. But yeah, so if you want to see stuff on Instagram, James Caliber _. It should be linked below. Probably not. Maybe this video. I'm not sure if these upload with the tags in them. I'm not sure, but you can find it on like my channel and stuff. Like there's links. There's links around. You can find the links. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully there won't be an update in November, or if there is an update, it'll be me at my computer being like, hey, I have a computer room. But yeah, until then, I'm just gonna be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.